a billion. I'm gonna give y'all about a good 2 minutes to get in here before I take flight. Before I take flizzite, let me sit up something. That boy big wigged out. Wigged out on Deputy Warden Galont, folk. I gotta try to control myself from laughing, because this shit finna be stupid. Moderators, y'all already know, get them. They go to talking crazy. Matter of fact, I need 2 more mods. Who trying to be a mod? What up, though? What up, though? I need another moderator. I need about 2 more, because y'all know them folk being here acting stupid. Your name gotta look familiar. That's the only way I'm picking you. He's moving so fast. Hold on. KVS Mitchell, I'm finna make you a mod. And Zuville, what up, though? Big, I missed you, my boy. I appreciate that support. Laney Free 14. Baton Rouge in the building. That right? Mod. The real Shadella for sure. You been around for a minute. I thought you was a mod already. I'm gonna make one more person a mod. They go to talking crazy, kick them, because I ain't finna be paying attention to the comments. How do you mod if somebody say something stupid? Laney Free, appreciate that support for sure. If somebody say something stupid, you just click on their name and you can kick them out my chat, or you could time them out or something like that. Anybody talking stupid, kick them. Purple Man, they been here over a year. Pick one of them. Purple, okay, man. Kylie Nelson, making you a mod. I just made about 3 people a mod. Pick me, Rex 612, yes, sir, ski. Mod. Picking one more person, then I'm gonna take flight. Callie in the building, that right? K Billa, that's you. I'm down for the day. And then we finna take flight. If anybody sent Ghost House sent 5 Feezy gift memberships, did they let you pick who you sent it to? I don't even know how you, I still ain't learned how that worked, bro. Appreciate that support too, family. Oh, it's random. It pick it random. Okay, bet. All right, I'm no longer looking at the comments, my mods. I know y'all got me. If I start to slur, skip, break up anything, y'all just spam the chat, let me know. I will look down there here and there, you know, just to make sure I'm not breaking up or nothing. And then we can, that's how I know, you know what I'm saying? Evil Zoe, appreciate that, fam. Any other super chats I'm not reading till after the chat. Let's do it. So listen, bro. I'm coming back from detail one day. It's a nice day. It's like I ain't gonna say summertime. It was warm out there, but it wasn't just hot like the summer. It probably was like maybe spring or something. Wasn't hot, wasn't cold, had a cool breeze, but it wasn't even chilly like, you know, excuse me, it wasn't even chilly like, you know, it just felt good, bro. So I'm walking. So my partner like, yo, C-Bill. He was on the big yard. I was walking on the walk, which is on the other side of the gate. So I'm like, yo, he like, what? Boy, it going down Friday, boy. It's going down Friday. So I think this was like a Wednesday or something. So I'm like, it's going down Friday. What the hell you mean it's going down Friday? He said, well, you don't know what's going on Friday? So I said, nah, what going on Friday? And he started dancing up. I said, chicken on a bone day. Chicken on a bone day. I'm like, man, you cap, bro. I said, bro, I work up front in administration. I ain't heard nobody say nothing about no chicken on the bone. He said, man, it's going down Friday, bro. It's going down Friday, bro. Now, some stuff I'm going to re-explain because there's a lot of new people here. In the prison, chicken on the bone day is like but that's like the best meal that the state of Georgia feeds you. I mean, they feed you, you got, so you're probably about 2 or 3 that's decent, but the chicken on the bone, you only get it once a month. We don't really know when it's coming, but we usually know a couple days before because of people in the kitchen. But this dude don't work in the kitchen, and then people be playing, and I had to be on point because I played with their ass and trolled my dorm like that last week. I told all the people in my dorm last week, chicken on the bone day today. And everybody got happy and geeked up, but I just was trolling. Wasn't no damn chicken on the bone day. So I'm like, nah, people be playing like that. But it's hella dudes in my dorm that work in the kitchen. So I shoot to the dorm. I put an extra little pep in my step. I'm like, hold on, not chicken on the bone day. I got about 4 people owe me chicken on the bone. So I go in the door, I'm hitting the glass, I'm telling the lady, come on, man, let me in the dorm. So she let me through. She like, Bill, what the hell going on? I'm like, nothing, I'm trying to get in here. So she like, all right, you in for the day? I said, yeah, I ain't going back out, I'm straight. So I come in. So I shoot straight to bro room, knock on the door. He like, yo, I'm like, see Bill. He like, come on. I pulled the door open. I said, bro, we got chicken on the bone on Friday? He started smiling. I said, yes or no? Nigga, had me overly excited. Tell me something. So he was like, yeah, bro. I said, is it official, bro? He said, bro, it's official. So I'm talking about how you know. The man work in the kitchen. You know how he know. I'm like, how you know? He talk about, bro, it's on the menu. It say that. And then, we got to prep the chicken and all this and this and this. So I'm like, oh, my goodness, bro. That's one of the best meals. And then this might sound crazy because it's already chicken. If you take a chicken seasoning packet out of some noodles, I promise you, a chicken seasoning packet out of some noodles, and sprinkle it on baked chicken and then eat it, so far. So far. So I got about 4 people in the dorm owing me they chicken on the bone. I done already bought it in advance. And then there's one dude named Bick. Man, I bought his like 2 months in advance for a Chris Brown CD. Gave that man one Chris Brown CD and he owed me his chicken 2 months in advance. So I go knock on everybody's door. I'm like, yo. They're like, hey. I'm like, hey, chicken on the bone day Friday. They're like, okay. I'm like, we still locked in. And even though I know we still locked in, you still just got to verify. I don't need a nigga talking about he forgot. None of that. You got to just make sure. So they're like, yeah, no, we locked in. You good. We locked in. I'm like, okay. So I make my way up here to Big Room. Now, Big, I was slightly a little hesitant with him. The only reason I didn't care is because at the time I did it with him, I had just got a big ass bomb of Chris Brown CDs in. And if people don't know what Chris Brown CDs is, for the new people here, it's just it's cigarettes, it's tobacco. So when I gave him one for his chicken in exchange 2 months from now, I knew there was a possibility I might not get it. He could be going. Anybody, when you do it with anybody, could go to the hole. They could get beat up, pulled out, not be in here no more, get transferred to another prison. It could be many different reasons why you don't get it. But you just know you taking a risk. You know what I'm saying? So I go into the big room, knock on the door. So he don't say nothing. So I knock on the door. I'm like, yo, big. Next thing you know, his flap opened up. This man looking at the damn flap out of one eye. I'm like, he ain't hearing this geeked up shit again. So he pushed the door open. Soon he pushed the door open, before he even look at me, he looking around like he looking at make sure ain't nobody right there. He like, what's up, Bill? What's up, Bill? I could see little crumbs of white stuff in his nose. I'm like, yeah, he in here sniffing that stuff. So I was like, hey, chicken on the bone day Friday. He was like, okay. I said, I'm just making sure we still good. He like, oh, yeah, we still good. I was like, all right, bet, for sure. So I did him like this, like trying to dap him up. So he gave me like a fist bump. I get ready to walk away. He like, hey. So I'm like, yeah. Excuse me. He like, yeah. He like, you show chicken on the bone day Friday? I'm like, yeah, for sure. I just verified it with the people that work in the kitchen. He like, oh, okay. when you asked me that, when you came up here, why the hell you had knocked so hard on the door? Immediately, I knew he was wigging. I said, huh? He said, why the hell you knocked so hard on my door? I said, what the fuck you wanted me to do? Rub your door, nigga? I got to knock to get your attention. So he was like, oh, okay, now you knock kind of hard. And then he go to looking around the door. I was just trying to see. I said, bro, I just was knocking on the door. I didn't mean to knock hard. I just was trying to get your attention, bro. So he was like, okay, bet. So he pulled the door back open. So I walk out. I'm like, man, bro, ass tripping, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I go back down there to my room. While I'm in the room, I hear this man, Bick, out here talk about, I don't know what y'all folks got going on. I don't know what nobody got going on. Knocking on my door, talking about whatever y'all talking about. So I said, bro, please don't let him say nothing crazy. I said a little prayer. I said, God, please don't let him say nothing too crazy that make me feel like I have to go up here and address it or say something to him, because I know for a fact the man tripping. I know he geeked up on the stuff. I'm the only person that came and knocked on your door. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the hell is you talking about, bro? You know what I'm saying? Clearly, everybody ignored him. Joe Dirt came to my room. He like, folks, what the fuck's he talking about? I said, bro, I don't know. He like, you the only one just came up from his room. You want me to go up there and shoot that motherfucker a one? So I said, nah, hell no, chill out, bro, chill out. I said, bro, you know the man geeked up. You know this for a fact. So I shot a shot at Joe Dirt. I said, you done been geeked up tripping plenty of times. You know how it feel to be tripping and thinking stuff and it ain't really that. So he talking about, fuck you, folks, fuck you. So he asked me for a Chris Brown CD. I gave it to him. Everything cool. So the next 2 days, bro, Big didn't come out his room. That man didn't come out his room except for when it was time to go eat. When it was time to go eat, we went to chow. He came out his room. So on Chicken on the Bone Day, I'm up there on detail. I leave from detail because we got a choice. We can go back to the dorm, we can go to the chow hall, or we could stay there and ask the warden's secretary, because they got this big ass, thing where it's like a big ass closet. So every single week, every Friday, they give all the up top orderlies snacks. You could get noodles. Usually for lunch, she'll give you 1 pack of noodles, a beef and cheese stick. She'll give you a drink, and I think a small bag of chips. So if you don't want to go to chow, you want to stay up at your job, and you just tell her, she'll give it to you. But I go up there and I kind of I tried to lay and wait for my dorm till I see my dorm coming out so I can make sure everything is everything, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I do. I get up there, I see everybody getting their chicken, you know what I'm saying? I got mine, I took it back up there. But I told Joe Dirt when I was in there, after everybody sat down, I see everybody with their chicken. I tell Dirt, I'm like, get mine from him, get mine from him, get mine from him, get mine from him. And I like fan everybody down and I point at Dirt, like, get at him, get at him. So everybody like, okay, cool. So, bro, I couldn't wait, bro. When I went up to the back up there, I asked the warden secretary if she could give me a chicken. I really just wanted the packet, but she was like, I can't just give you no packet. So she gave me the whole chicken thing. Man, let me heat the chicken up, bro. It was so good, bro. So we get off detail. Well, I get off, Deputy Warden Galont, he's still up there. I go back down to the dorm. So when I get in the dorm, I'm talking about the second I walk through the door, say Joe Dirt, say Joe Dirt. So Joe Dirt, he come, he stick his head out, he saw it was me, he did like this. He go running back in there, in his room. He come back out of his room with a big ass Dorito bag, bro. My mouth started watering. Hold on, they saying they can't hear. Y'all can hear me? I bet y'all can hear me. So I damn, that should be throwing me off. So he go back in his room and he come back out with a Dorito bag. I see the Dorito bag. I could see that bitch was thick like this. I said, ooh, ooh. So I go in the room. I just know I'm finna destroy this chicken. So I go in there. So I go in my room. I'm waiting on Dirt. So soon as he come in, he put the chicken on top of the thing. I grab it from him. I'm like, Dirt, grab my phone out, G, and go grab them candy bars, because he used to put it up for me sometime. So, bruh, I stuck my hand in there. I just pulled a chunk off the chicken breast. That bit had so much gravy on it, it ain't make no sense. I'm talking about it was gravy spilling out the bag. And I'm looking at it, I'm like, hold up. I'm like, Dirk, this 3. He like, huh? I'm like, this 3. He was like, oh yeah, man. I almost beat his fucking ass, bruh. I'm like, what you talking about? He like, motherfucker, Bick gonna tell me he has to talk to you personally, one-on-one about your chicken. He said, man, I started to tell the motherfucker, shoot me a one-on-one. I said, he got to talk to me personally about his chicken that he owe me. He was like, yeah, bruh. So I'm like, all right, bet. So I go to the door, I put the chicken back on the thing. He was like, but hey, C-Bill. So I turned around, I'm like, what's up? He was like, I'm about to tell you right now, bro. The motherfucker, I think he's up there wigging because he did some stupid shit with the chicken, bro. So now it makes me paranoid. Like, hold on, he did something stupid with the chicken. So that means, like, hold up, what you trying to say? He did something stupid with it. Like, nigga, you got me thinking crazy now. He done dipped my chicken in the toilet or something. Like, I don't know what to think. These was Joe Dirt words verbatim. Remember it like it was yesterday. He said, bro, we were coming out the chow hall. He had the chicken inside of a plastic bag, bruh. The motherfucker told me and the other people that were right there that he feels so bad for all of God's creations and for the birds and that they gotta eat bullshit and that people should feed them too. See, in the prison, it used to be a lot of birds on the big yard. I don't know if I ever mentioned that or not, but a lot of birds used to come sometimes on the big yard and, you know, just flying around looking for little shit to eat. He said, man, the motherfucker stuck his hand inside the bag, grabbed the whole piece of chicken, bruh, squeezed it down, and threw the motherfucker over the fence, talking about he gotta feed the birds, bruh. So I'm like, ain't nobody did no stupid ass shit like that, Joe Dirt. Stop damn lying. At this point, I just know for a fact Joe Dirt trolling me. He's trying to play. He's trolling me. So he like, bro, that's on GD, bro. It's folks or nothing. You know I wouldn't lie on the G, bro. So I'm like, okay, now, and Joe Dirt not smiling or nothing. I know for sure he's not playing. But it's just something within me that do not believe that that man did that. Talking about throwing the damn chicken to no birds. Talking about the birds don't get to eat. I just don't believe that. I leave out the room. I go up the steps. I knock on big door. Don't say nothing. I knock again. He do the same thing. He looking out the flap. He pulled it up. He like, come here, holler at me real quick. So I step in the room. I'm like, what's up, bro? You all right? This man in here sweating, t-shirt wet as hell. The room just smell like must, butts, guts, nuts. It just got a very funny odor to it. It's piss in the toilet. I don't even step out. I mean, I step in, but I don't leave away from that door. Because one thing about a person who wigging, they might try to lock the door thinking something crazy. Nigga might try to hurt me thinking I'm trying to get him for the chicken. I didn't know what to think. So I'm like, bruh, you feel me? Like, bruh, I'm like, what's up with the chicken, bruh? The man tell me, looked me in my eyes, straight in my eyes and said, man, motherfucker robbed me, bro. Robbed me for the chicken, but I'm gonna get his ass, bro. I'm gonna get his ass, I promise you, bro. Man, nigga straight up robbed me, bro. I said, who robbed you, G? Who robbed you for the chicken? This man looking around, get down, look on the floor, look back up, look like he looking for a damn hidden camera or something. Gonna step closer to me and say, man, Deputy Warden Galont. I say, huh? He say, Deputy Warden Galont. I say, Deputy Warden Galont robbed you for the chicken that you owed me. Man, that's on my mama. That's on my mama. Deputy Warden Galont robbed me. But his eyes is like this big. So I know for a fact, folks is wigging. He's tripping. I entertain the bullshit a little bit. I say, where he robbed you at? He say, right here in the room. I say, how he did it? He said, man, he slid in the room. He called my name. So I stood up because I ain't know it. I thought it had something to do with the police. Man, that man pulled out a long-ass candy bar and told me I better get him the chicken before he wet me up. So how you feel, man? My candy bar was put up. I couldn't even do nothing about it real quick. And while he talking, he keep looking around and shit. He like, but man, I'm gonna handle that shit, bro. He was like, but when I go to store next week, bro, I'll give you $4 and I'll give you $4. I'll double the $2 you gave me. So I'm sitting here looking at this young man, and I'm like, bro, Hey, y'all hit that like button. It's almost 1,000 people in here with 200 likes. Y'all go take flight real quick. Hit that like button, cause my throat getting a little dry anyway. Let me grab a bottle of water. And while I'm doing that, I do that. I was about to say, I ain't even got no more damn water. So I'm like, bruh. So you finna sit here and tell me that Deputy Warden Gallant came in here and did all that, bro. He like, yeah, bro, I'm telling you, but I got you on stow day. I'm like, bro, Deputy Warden Gallant been on detail all day. He didn't even come back to the dorm yet. He like, bro, I'm telling you, that man slid down here real quick, bro. Cause when we was on the walk, he ran up on me at the walk at the gate and said, give me the chicken or he gonna pull me out. So I just stuck the chicken through the gate. I said, Vic, you just told me he came in the dorm, in the room and took it. Now you telling me y'all was on the walk and he took the chicken through the gate. Which one was it? And then he was like, man, bro, man, my mind's so discombobulated right now, bro. I don't even know. But all I know is I'm going to handle that business, bro. I promise you. I said, all right, you good, bro. I said, at the end of the day, my boy, I gave you a $2 value, bro. I gave you a Chris Brown CD. You feel me? So it's on some shit like, if you finna whoop me out of a piece of chicken, bro, something that I gave you for $2, it is what it is, my boy. You feel me? You got it. He's like, bro, it ain't even like that, bro. I'm like, all right, for sure, you good, bro. He's like, but I got you. I'm going to double you down on stow day. I'm like, okay, you already told me, okay. I'm going to hold you to your word. So I leave out of there. I'm like, bruh. So Joe Dirt was down there at the bottom. He was watching me when he seen me go up there the whole time. I went in there and told Joe Dirt what that man said. Joe Dirt said, bruh, what? What the fuck? He said, man, I'm about to go up there and tell that motherfucker, shoot me a one. Shoot me a one. That's on JD, folks. That's on JD. He's about to shoot me a one for playing with my brother. So I'm like, listen, Dirt, chill out, bruh. We're not finna do all that over no $2, bro. We're not going to do that. You know he's wigging. I know he's wigging. We know he's lying. Just chill, bro. I mean, like I said, if the nigga whooped me out of $2, one thing about it, I'm gonna have motion regardless. I'm gonna have stuff going on. I'm gonna have stuff coming in. I'm not about to let that throw off my motion a $2 value, bro. So I get Joe Dirt to calm down. Once he take my phone out, I check my messages and stuff first. I had texted a little female I was dealing with. I was like, baby, give me about 2 hours. I'm about to let Dirt use the phone. So I get Dirt the phone. So I say about an hour and a half later, because Dirt still had my phone, the door pop. I look at the thing, is Deputy Warden Gallant coming in. He coming in with this cart. He got a bunch of brooms and mops on it with the plastic over it. So I know it's brand new. It just came in. He probably about to get ready and go pass them out to the dorms that need them. He probably just stopped by the dorm real quick for a little minute. So when he come in and pull the gate up, pull the cart all the way up, I was stepping out the room. He was like, hey, Bill. I'm like, yo. So he gonna do me like this. So I come walking like up to the steps, and he went to ask me about something that happened up there. It was 2 administrators that was up there arguing earlier. He was asking me what happened. I was telling him like, I don't know. So dude, Big, pops out the room. I guess he kicked the door, bro. The way the door flew open. Phew. So he step out and he come like to the top of the steps. He got one hand all the way in his pants and he just staring down. So me and Gallant both look up at him. Gallant on the top part of the steps. I'm at the bottom part. Big all the way at the top part. Gallant at the top of the first flight. So he doing like this. And he got his hand in his pants. So Deputy Warden Gallant look up at him, he looked back at me, and he kind of whispered. He said, what the fuck wrong with that motherfucker? So I'm like, bro, I don't know. So he was like, that's how it is, Gallant. That's how we gonna do? That's what you want? So Gallant was like, he called his last name. I don't remember his last name, so I'm gonna just say Williams or something. So he was like, Williams, what the fuck you talking about, man? He said, Gallant, you robbed me today. Gallant said, I did what? He said, you robbed me. So Joe Dirt came walking over here close to me while he was saying, man, you robbed me for my chicken. He said, I robbed you for your chicken. And he said, man, you know what you did. You pulled that candy bar on me and took my chicken, bro. At this point, like I said, it was already verified that he was wigging. But this was like official. I 100% officially knew that he was wigging because, bro, if you're not finna go that far just to avoid telling me you ate your own, you ate the chicken, didn't want to pay me or whatever the case was. So Deputy Warden Galont was looking up at him, and that bottom lip was hanging. That shit was funny as hell. And he started holding on to the rail. He said, you say I robbed you for some chicken. And then Joe Dirt whispered to me, this motherfucker's crazy, folks. On GD, this motherfucker's crazy. So Deputy Warden Galont was like, man, you must be up there in that cell smoking that shit, man. You must be up there smoking that shit. So Big was like, no, I ain't up here smoking shit, but you know what you did. You know what you did, bro. So he go to stepping down the steps. He took like 2 hard-ass, aggressive-ass steps. Doom, doom. He like, you know what you did, bro. So Deputy Warden Galont go to backing up like closer to his cart real quick. So he was like, nah, I'd be dead wrong if I come do it to your ass now. So Deputy Warden Galont was like, hey, Williams, I can see it in your eyes. Your ass wigging. You been smoking that shit and you wigging. And see, what you don't realize is you don't really know who you fucking with, do it. You don't know. He look over to me. He say, Bill. He don't know. Bill. Because I'm like trying to, Bill. So I look up at the nigga. He said, he don't really know who he fucking with, do it. He don't know. So, bruh, take 2 more steps, like hard steps down the steps. Doom, doom. So Deputy Warden Galont grabbed the broom. He say, hey, Williams, you come down here, motherfucker, you come down here wigging out on me, I'm going to wig back on your ass when I put this motherfucking broom upside your head. Now, you don't know who you fucking with. Now, you don't know. So the dude, Big, he stepped 2 steps back. I guess he saw that thick-ass broomstick. He said, oh, nah, I don't think I want no parts of that. So he stepped back. He said, man, you dead wrong for that shit, Gallant. You don't care about nobody, bro. You selfish, bro. You don't care about nobody but yourself, bro. You selfish, bro. So Deputy Warden Galont was like, man, what the fuck is you talking about, man? I ain't never robbed nobody for no motherfucking chicken, man. You need to stay off that shit, man. This is a prison. You in prison for doing the wrong thing, man. You supposed to be in here following the standard operating procedures, man. You're not supposed to be in here doing all these drugs. So dude Big told me, man, you don't care about nobody but yourself, bro. And so Deputy Warden Galont said, the only motherfuckers I care about in this lifetime is myself and the warden. So Big was like, oh, that police ass shit, bro. You gonna make a nigga flip your bitch ass, bro. You gonna make a nigga flip your bitch ass. So Deputy Warden Galont was like, yeah, motherfucker, you wigging, but like I said, you wig on me, you run down these steps and wig on me, oh, I ain't gonna run from you, motherfucker. I'm gonna wig right back on your ass with this broomstick upside your motherfucking head. So dude went back upstairs like he going to his room. So Deputy Warden Galont came this way like he was finna go to his room. He said, you know motherfucking what? I got something for him. Don't worry about it. See, he don't know. He grabbed the cart. He went walking back to the door. He don't know who he fucking with. He don't know. And he hit the window and told the officer, man, let me out. So the officer popped the door. She let him back out. He left. I say about 45 minutes later, it was these 2 officers came in. It was a sergeant and it was a regular officer. They came in. They said, hey, man, everybody line up on the door. So everybody line up on their door. So they stand in the middle of the floor. They looking through the roster sheet. I don't know why they had to do that instead of just saying his name straight up, but they looking through the roster sheet or whatever. And then he pointed to the other officer. Then the officer pointed back, basically saying like, yeah, that's him type shit. So they looked straight up. They said, hey, Williams, come here, man. So he was like, what's up? What's going on? He was like, come here down here. It don't matter what's going on. Come here. So dude came down there. The officer, the sergeant, reached into his side pocket. Excuse me, y'all. So they, the officers, they got all these extra pockets on them and stuff. So he reached inside his side pocket and he pull out this cup. It's about that big. It's a clear cup with a blue top on it. He pop it because it got a sticker on it. And he crack it. He said, hey, man, step right there in that shower and go pee real quick. And the other officer with him went walking up the step. So he was like, go pee for what? Go pee for what? He was like, hey, man, we not doing all that shit. Go step up there in that shower and take a piss real quick because you getting a drug test. He was like, what am I getting a drug test for? He was like, because they told us to come randomly drug test you, bro. I just follow the rules, bro. Go step in that shower and pee. He was like, I ain't got to pee right now. I just peed not too long ago. He said, well, you better hit this water fountain and drink some water up until you got to pee because we not leaving until you pee. And if we do and you haven't peed, I'm taking you to the hole. So, dude was at the water fountain. I think he was capping. He could have probably peed. He was just probably prolonging it forever. So he was at the water fountain for probably about a good 10 minutes. He was like, all right, bro, I could pee. So the sergeant went walking down there with him. He like, bro, you ain't got to watch me, bro. Because the sergeant had the curtain open. He was like, bro, it don't matter. You know how this shit go. You in prison. So he turned his back to the sergeant. He peed. The sergeant ran a test right then and there. When the other officer came down, I ain't tell y'all, when the other officer went upstairs, they was shaking his room down. They was shaking big room down. So he came back down with some paperwork. So the sergeant sat it out, filled it out right there. I knew off the dribble it was a DR, disciplinary report. That's what you get in prison when you get in trouble. My damn eye itching. When you get in trouble in prison, they give you something called a DR, a disciplinary report, and they keep the top copy, and they gave him the second copy. And he still trying to talk to them and figure out whatever. And he told them before he left, your ass gonna get 30, 30, 30, which means 30 days store restriction, 30 days phone restriction, and 30 days visitation restriction. I mean, you cannot go to store for 30 days. You cannot use the wall phone for 30 days. And can't none of your family or friends come visit you for 30 days because you failed a drug test. And so he's spazzing, trying to argue with them and stuff, and they not going. You know, they just leave. They like, man, whatever the case is. So he go back upstairs. He's spazzing about how dirty his room is, messed up. Because, you know, they go in there. They just throw your stuff around all kind of ways, any kind of ways, down and give it down. And they don't fix nothing or put nothing back in order, back in the correct order it was in. I thought I had an eyelash in my eye. Yeah, I got it. They don't put nothing back in the correct order that it was in. So Gallant don't come back in that whole night, bro. He be out all night like this sometimes. I guess whatever he be doing out there with them police officers or whatever. So middle of the night, it's probably ain't too late. I say it's about 12 o'clock, but we locked down by that time already because it's a weekday. So I heard a door pop, so I jump up real quick. I'm on my phone. I got to peek out the door, make sure there ain't no police. And it was Gallant coming back in. So as soon as we heard the car squeak, 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 you hear Big say Gallant, say Gallant. So Gallant was like, yeah, man, who is that, man? It's people in here trying to go to sleep. Nah. So he was like, man, you a real bitch. I know your bitch ass went up there and got me drug tests and got me on store restriction, phone restriction, and visitation restriction, bro. Man, when these doors pop, I'm gonna pop your ass, bro. So Deputy Warden Galont come walking to the front of the floor. He said, who that is, Williams? So he said, man, you know who this is. So he said, how many days they put you on store restriction for, Williams? So he was like, man, they gave me 30, 30, 30. So Deputy Warden Galont was like, they should have gave your motherfucking ass 90, 90, 90. You sitting here talking that stupid ass shit to me. I wish they would have gave your motherfucking ass 90, 90, 90. And you talk about some popping me when the motherfucking doors pop, you better know what you're doing. Because I promise you this one thing, Williams, you don't know who you fucking with do it now. You don't know. Gonna look over to my door talking about, hey, Bill. Hey, Bill, you up? So I kind of move away from the door. Hey, Bill, you up? And then he looked back. He looked back at him and talking about, yeah, you don't know who you fucking with. You don't know. So the dude big just go to screaming, talking crazy, how he gonna pop him, blah, 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 blah. So he leave. He come back downstairs. He come to my door. He say, hey, Bill, you up? You up, Bill? So I was like, yeah, what's up? I'm acting like I just woke up. He said, I got something for this motherfucker. This motherfucker don't even know who he fucking with, do he, Bill? Bill, do he know? He don't know, do it. So I said, hell no, Gallant, he don't know who he fucking with. So he go in his room, he come out, take a shower, do whatever it is that he got to do. And I go lay down, get back on the phone, fuck off for a minute, finally put my phone up, laid it down, call it a night. Bro, when I woke up the next morning, Sometimes I be out the door before Gallant. A lot of times he be out the door before me. But I wake up the next morning, the fuck it felt like it's all kind of shit going on. So I wake up the next morning. When I come out the door, I look over to Gallant room. The door closed all the way. I know for a fact he's not in there sleep. This is something I know. That man don't sleep late. I just so happened to glance over his room. He's not in there. His bed is made up perfect. I said, oh, old Big might have scared Galana because he done left out, he done shot out this dorm early like this. So I go back over here, I grab my rag, grab my toothbrush, I go to brush my teeth, wash my face. I hear, doo, 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 doo. You know, the steps is metal, but they real, they not solid, bro. They flimsy kind of, you know what I'm saying? So you can hear somebody running down the steps real hard, real aggressive like. So, you know, I immediately run over here, grab the candle bar by the bed. I look out the door. It's Big coming, walking fast. He at Gallant door. He got pulling and shaking on the door. I said, oh, boy. That boy probably was dead ass serious. He probably would have did something to Gallant for real, for real. Had Gallant been in his dorm, bro. So he come back out walking past. I eventually come out, go look in the TV room like I always do, see what's going on. Ain't nothing going on. Everything look copacetic. I go back in my room. I get dressed. I'm leaving out. When I'm coming back up the steps, he's still upstairs. He like, hey, Bill, AC Bill. I was like, yeah. He was like, hey, I told you, I got you. I got you, right? Bro, it was bags under his eyes. His eyes was red as hell. I know that man ain't been asleep. He was like, I got you. I told you, I got you. $4, I'm going to double you up. I said, bro, you already told me, Big. You don't got to keep telling me that. He said, yeah, and that bitch ass nigga, bro. And if I don't pay you on time, it's probably because I'm in the hole for what I'm about to do. But when I get out the hole, but I got you. I said, okay, Big, okay, bro. At this point, I'm about ready to tell him, don't even worry about the damn $4, bro. I leave out the dorm. I go to detail. So when it's time for us to do our lunch break, they do it around about 11:30ish. The inspection team is out there doing inspection. So I come walking out. I told them I was gonna go back to the dorm. Deputy Warden Galont come out through the visitation booth, not the booth, but the visitation room, because he be in there waxing the floors and stuff. So he come pulling out the car. He say, hey, Bill. Hey, Bill. So I turn around, Bill. So I turn around. I'm like, yeah, what's up? He was like, you heard anything? I said, anything like what? About this motherfucker Williams talking about he gonna stab me up. He gonna hit me with the candy bar. I said, nah, I ain't heard nothing like that, Galant. He said, yeah, word on the streets. That's what they say. They say that motherfucker gonna stab me up. But see, what he don't know is I got something for his motherfucking ass. And I'm like, okay, Galant, you know, whatever. So I leave. I'm like, you about to come down here? He was like, I'll be down there in a minute. So I go back down here to the dorm. Because my locker box, the warden had got on my ass a couple times about me being his orderly, and my locker box messy. It wasn't ever like trifling or nasty, but it just would be messy. Like I might take off my t-shirt, just throw it in there instead of folding it up or putting it in my net bag. So I'm like, I got to go tighten up my locker box. So I come back down here. When I'm walking up to the dorm, Big is standing at the glass, doing all this looking around. He's knocking on the glass, like trying to get my attention. I'm looking straight at him. I'm on the other side of the glass. I'm like, what's up, bro? He's like, what going on, bitch ass? What going on? I'm like, bro, I don't know that man up there somewhere. The inspection team getting closer. So when the lady popped the door, she said, hey, Bill. I'm like, yeah. She like, tell them, tighten up, tighten up. Now the inspection team in that other building, they coming over here next. So I step in. I'm like, bro, why you don't just leave that shit alone? Just chill out, bro. I said, to be honest, bro, I think you probably need to take a nap, bro. You probably need to chill, bro, because, bro, Deputy Warden Galant don't rob nobody, bro. He like, man, that man robbed me. I don't give a fuck. And I'm finna flip his ass. So he shoot up the steps. So the officer had just told me this. So I'm like, hey, man, the inspection team in the next building coming over here. Everybody tighten up now. So you got people running, straggling, snatching clothes off the rail. Everybody trying to tighten up, because if your dorm or your room not inspection ready, they might, you know, they could do an individual thing or they could do something to the whole dorm, depending on how they feel about it. So I go back to my room. She popped my door. I go to tightening up all my stuff, getting all my stuff together. And next thing you know, you hear pop. So I'm like, damn, I know that ain't them. So I shoot out. It's Deputy Warden Galant sticking his head in the door. He say, hey, Williams. So Big like, bro, why the f is you talking to me saying my name, bro? So Big came like he was kind of jogging towards, like he was getting ready to come downstairs. So Deputy Warden Gallant said, I just wanted to let your motherfucking ass know I got eyes and ears all around this prison, motherfucker. I heard about you saying you gonna pull me out with a candy bar. Well, guess what? One thing about it, you got another motherfucking thing coming. So the dude, Big, come like flying down the stairs. Not Deputy Warden Gallant, slam the door real quick. So Big go to scream and talking shit, but the inspection team was just walking right up on our thing. So he shoot back upstairs, but they went into that dorm over there to the right. So dude spazzing, he cussing, talking crazy. What he gonna do? I look over at Joe Dirt. Joe Dirt room was over that way. He just smiling, looking goofy, shaking his head. Man, they came in there, so we got the dude, I forgot what they call him, the house man, the flow man, or something like that. So he stand in the front on the bottom, everybody else lined up on their door. Soon as they come in, he say the dorm name. I'ma just say we was in A2, I don't know. And he said, sir, A2 ready for inspection, sir. So the warden say, ready for inspection? So everybody say, sir, yes, sir. So then the dude, the flow man say, sir, good morning, sir. No, he say that first. He say, sir, good morning, sir. And then everybody say, sir, good morning, sir. And then he say, sir, A2 ready for inspection, sir. So then he say, ready for inspection. And everybody say, sir, yes, sir. So he say, the warden said, he looked at the search and he said, okay, y'all go ahead, get ready to do your inspection. He stepped, he looked around, he said, hey, Williams. That's what the warden said. He said, hey, Williams. So dude looked and he was like, yo, he was like, pack all your property, man. So he was like, pack my property for what? So one of the search teams came walking back up the steps. Like whenever somebody they getting aggressive with the warden, they got to protect him. That's why they walk with him. So he like, pack all my property for what? He was like, man, pack all your property, you moving, bro. He was like, where I'm moving to? He was like, I'm gonna send you to the hole for a couple days. He said, for what? Send me to the hole for a couple days for what? So the search team was like, hey, bro, quick question in the warden, bro. Just do what the warden said. Pack up your stuff and come on, bro. You leaving, bro. So the other search team that went and started doing inspection on this side, he come back walking on this side. So he like, yeah, bro, just do what the man said, bro. So that man come walking this way. He come walking down the steps. Deputy Warden Gallant standing next to the warden. So he was like, they was like, why you not packing your shit? You ain't got no property? And that man said, shit, nigga gonna go out. Might as well go out with a bang. And that man pulled a candy bar out his pocket, looked at Gallant, and took off running. Phew. So Gallant go to backing up. He talking about, motherfucker, motherfucker. He go to backing up, trying to scoop behind the warden. The warden looked like he trying to scoop behind Gallant's ass. Gallant talking about, he wigging, warden. He on that shit. He smoking that methamphetamines in this dormitory. And when he got like right down towards the bottom step, the first search team, like he speared him. Like he didn't spear him because he wasn't running, but he caught him with like the spear. And then the other search team went trying to grab him, so he's swinging and all kind of shit. So the search team that was on this side, he hit his ass. When he hit his ass, the search team who grabbed him like this was like lifting him up in the air. Keep in mind, folks still got this candy bar in his hand. The search team got him up in the air. The man go to hitting the search team in the back with it. He do that about 4 times, and then the other search team grabbed him by his neck and literally slung him off of the other search team. And you know when he fell and hit the ground, the knife, the candy bar fell out his hand or whatever. And the other search team, he got up. He told me, that's why he got on vest, stupid bitch ass nigga. That shit ain't poke me. They used to wear, I don't know if it was bulletproof vest or knife-proof vest or whatever, but it didn't penetrate the officer. It hit him in the vest. So they ran over there, man. They got him. They whooped his ass right in front of the whole dorm, bro. They was kicking him, punching him all in the head, all kind of shit. So the warden was like, that's enough, get him out of here. So they put him in handcuffs. He was still trying to fight them. And when they got up, he was like, Gallant, I'm gonna kill your bitch ass. Why you acting like this nigga? He was like, why you acting like this nigga Gallant just so perfect? Man, that nigga be in here robbing folks. That man robbed me for my chicken on the bone, man. You tripping. That's what he telling the warden. I feel like I heard some goddamn squeaking noise. So the warden was like, all right. No, the warden was like, okay, man, okay, I'll talk to you when we get up out of here. I'll talk to you. And this nigga Deputy Warden go out with towards the warden. And when they was going this way, he grabbed the... Can y'all still hear me? My big brother just called me. I need to make sure it ain't mess up my sound, bro. Fuck. Y'all can still hear me? What about now? What about now? You good? You back? You good? You good? Yes, love. Okay, love. All right, listen. So when they was getting ready to walk out, Deputy Warden Gallant said, "Hey, Warden, Warden." So the warden looked at him when they was walking out, and he said, "Yeah, the DR investigator gave that motherfucker 30, 30, 30. Y'all need to hit him with the motherfucking max. 200, 200, 200. He need 200 days of store restriction, 200 days of phone restriction, and 200 motherfucking days of visitation restriction. Cause ain't no way that man just tried to stab no damn CERT team. Thank God that the CERT team wear vests. See, that's why you a good motherfucking warden, for making your CERT team wear the vest." And the warden started smiling and they walked out the dorm. And bruh, that is a nigga real life wigged out on Deputy Warden Gallant. This nigga stabbed a CERT, but he didn't stab him because it didn't penetrate, like I said, but he went too far. And that's how dangerous these drugs is, bro. It'll real life have you believing in your mind that somebody robbed you and ain't nobody did nothing to you, bro. Nobody. That's why it's best, do to the best of your ability. Stay out of trouble, stay out the street, stay out the way. It's your boy Bill, I'm gone. Oh, I gotta read these super chats I got. Hold on before I dip. All right, let's start from the top. I read that. Big shout out to Ghost House. He sent 5 memberships out. Shout out to DD7CC, Evil Zoe. Appreciate that support, famo. Welcome to the membership, Sanchez Strong, Swaka, Boy Jones, Shay Shay the GOAT, Last of a Dime Breed, 911-9. What's good, Bill? Finally caught alive. Shout out to Meech, 90s Cafe Podcast. Got to catch one of these lives from the start. Shout out Feezy. Appreciate that support, famo. That Blonde Lady 69. We flew to Atlanta to attend the all-white party, and I thought about you. Would have been nice to have meet you. Yeah, for sure. I'm going to do a meet and greet. Appreciate that support. It's dad stuff. Appreciate the support, family. Just found your channel a week ago. Did you finish the book? I did, but I left all the books at my brother's house in another state, but I'll have them back next week. It's just Jerry. Appreciate that support, sweetheart. Natalie Davis, man, I had to put my little money on the liquid gold to eat listening to this story. You had too much gravy on that bitch. Appreciate that support. Jesus Pablo Ruiz. Appreciate that support, family. Say CBL, what up, though? She's got them freckles. What up, though? What up, though? Can everybody hit the like button? Laney Free, hit the like button. Keep our boy in rotation for sure. Lorenzo Frederick, appreciate that support, family. Big shout out to you. Welcome to the membership. Empress 615, say CBL, appreciate that support. Jesus, Pablo Ruiz, Righteous Living, appreciate that support, famo. And Dion Davis, appreciate that support. Hey, man, love y'all. Appreciate all y'all. It's your boy Feezy. I'm gone. Oh, shit. Tamika Reed, appreciate that support, family. She sent a 20-ball jump.